But, but with your bolster, if it's comfortable, maybe just bring the knees on the outside of the bolster or the cushion. If you have a block, you can place it under the cushion and come into kind of a child's pose, or you can have the bolster flat. And if that doesn't feel good, like on the tops of the feet or wherever, you can kind of come into more just the hips over the knees and just kind of rest forward. And some people also just like to lie flat and let the legs be long. But our idea is to kind of bring the chest onto something that's supportive. So go ahead and give yourself a moment to get there, removing glasses or getting blankets where they need to be. And then we'll get comfortable on the front of the body. Yeah. And as we drop into the cushion, the bolster, with awareness on the low ribs, and feel the low ribs as you breathe. With the awareness still on the low ribs, notice the low ribs and maybe the mid region of the sternum. And then on our next breath, noticing the lower, middle, and upper region of the sternum. Breathing into the entire rib cage. Feeling the entire front of the body on the cushion. And maybe notice the beating of your heart. And now bringing awareness to the low back. Notice the low back as you breathe in. And notice the mid back as you breathe in. Yeah. And notice the upper back. Noticing the front of the body and the back of the body. And now let's gently press up and let's rotate our bolster or the cushion. Maybe you have your block handy or a pillow, and we're going to bring our side body to the cushion. So kind of bring the hips to the side of the bolster, and then we're going to drape our side body over the cushion. Yeah, so arrange it however is comfortable. So we're just going to elevate the side body. So the knees can be together, the legs can be long. Maybe your head is on a block or a pillow. You can drape the right arm over the head or just place the arm wherever you want. And let's give awareness to the side of the body that's against the cushion. Breathing into the side body. Let's bring awareness to the front of the body and the back of the body. And the side body that's on the bolster. Now we'll exhale We can roll over onto the stomach or onto the back. Either way, make your way so the other side body is draped over that bolster. Making contact with the bolster on this last part of the rib cage that's housing those lungs, the heart. You feel that breath. Dropping into our space, our loving kindness Thursday. And just as we're noticing this rib cage that surrounds the heart, we feel as though we are surrounded with that protection of ourselves. Maybe that protection is in the form of the way that we speak to ourselves, that inner voice. We can extend loving kindness to our own being today. And now lastly, if it feels okay, let's come onto our backs with the shoulder blades on the cushion and the head on the block. And if that's too much with the cushion, then just remove the cushion and come onto your back and just lie flat. So either lie flat on the floor or roll that back onto the cushion. Maybe you place a hand on your stomach and on your heart. And we'll just say over and over to yourself or out loud, may I be filled with loving kindness. Just say it as many times as you'd like as we drop into our space. So one more breath in. And exhale, let the breath go. Now let's bring one foot to the ground and then roll over onto that extended leg. Coming on the side of the body, we'll gently press ourselves up. You can move that bolster off to the side. Then move the block off to the side. Just having the block handy. And then let's come to standing. Moving right up to our standing position today, mountain pose. And when you get to mountain pose, maybe you drape over into a forward fold and roll up, or maybe you kind of move the hips, hula hooping the hips, or maybe you just stand straight right away. Wherever you are, bring yourself fully into that shape, fully into the movement. And then let's exhale, arrive in mountain pose together. Let's breathe in. Exhale, ground the left foot, bring the ball, the right foot to the ground, and let's open that knee out to the side, finding a tree pose just for a few breaths. And then bring the knee into the front and then drop it down. Ground the right foot, bring the ball, the left foot to the ground, open that knee out to the side. This is more like a sapling, I guess. Find your sapling asana. And then bring the knee back to the front. Lower the foot to the ground. Bring the arms out and up to the sky. Let's side bend here to the left. And let's go over to the right. See if you can move as if moving through a dream, really concentrated, almost kind of slow motion. Bring the arms to the top. Bring the arms down to the side again. Yeah, ground the right foot. Bend the left knee, open out to the side. Find that sapling just for a breath or two. Moving from the ground up today. Bring the knee to the front, ground the foot. Feel it nice and solid. Bend the right knee, open out to the side. Yeah. Nice job, guys. We're not in a rush. We're grounding. Bring the knee back to the front. Lower the foot. Let's bring our hands to our heart space. Give ourselves a breath. And let's exhale, fold forward. You can bring the hands to the heart or to the shins or out to the side. See if you can find a little bit of freedom. Exhale, maybe a sigh. Maybe you exhale as if you were exhaling through a straw. A really slow, steady breath. A little bit of breath at a time. And let's bend the knees. Let's drop our hips back. Let's rest the tops of the hands on the thighs. Tuck the pelvis. That low back is nice and strong. Hands are on the thighs. And then let's slowly lift the right arm in front of the shoulder. And then lift the left arm in front of the shoulder. Straighten the legs. Bring the arms up overhead. Come on the balls of the feet for our palm tree pose. Inhale. Exhale, bring the arms out wide. Keep the heels lifted if you can. Now lower the heels. Arms are out. Ground the left foot. Bend the right knee. Open out to the side. Our sapling is growing a little stronger. Arms are out. Stretched. Exhale, bring the knee in and plant the foot. Bend the left knee. Open it up to the side. Yeah, guys, good. Find that sapling, but it's a little stronger. The arms are out this time. Bring the knee to the front. Let's drop the knee. Inhale, arms come above the head. Let's bring the palms together this time. And now going over to the left, exhale, side body opening. Let's bring it through the middle, over to the right. Inhale, bring it to the middle. Exhale, let's bring hands to the heart. Hands in front of the heart, ground the left foot. Bring the right knee kind of in front of the hip if you want. It can be a little lower. And we can extend the leg out, flexing the foot towards the face. And let's just tick-tock back and forth. So our leg is in front, but now we're going to hinge at the waist. As we hinge, see how that foot goes back? And we just rock forward. You can bring your heart parallel with the ground, or you can bring it as much forward as you want. And then we'll just rock it back through. Let's notice the foot, the heel, the ball of the foot, and we'll just rock forward and back. You can go quickly, as if you were counting the hundredths of a second, as if you were a pendulum on a clock. Maybe you're counting the minutes, quick or slow. When you're ready, bring the right foot to the earth. Ground the feet. Let's lower the hands down. Turn the palms towards the front, same direction as the heart. Breathe in. And now exhale, send the hands, the fingers back as we hinge forward. And just reach those arms back, kind of as if you're on that ski jump, as if you're going down that ski slope. Heart parallel with the ground, arms are back, heart's lifted. Breathe in. Exhale, bring the hands through. Let's reach them up to the sky again. Let's bring them out like a Y. And out like a Y with the arms will reach over to the side. So kind of the left arm is parallel with the ground, the right arm is at an angle. Breathe in. Notice a different sensation perhaps in the ribs, and then we'll go over to the right. Right arm kind of parallel with the ground, the left arm over the head, over the ear. Now back to the middle, arms like a Y. Bring the hands together and back to the heart. Just ground the right foot this time. Inhale and send the left foot out in front, flex it towards the face. It can be high or it can be low. And then let's begin to pendulum swing. Go at your, yes guys, awesome. Go at your own pace. But let that hinge come from the waist. So maybe you notice that the low belly is a little bit more engaged than normal. And let yourself go at your own pace. And now as you're ready, let's bring that left foot back to the ground. Planting both feet. Now ground that left foot. Let's step the right foot back and pivot our feet towards the long edge of the mat. So now our feet are nice and wide. And let's see if we can find a sensation of grounding here with our feet apart. So our energy is a little bit more outward now. It's moving in kind of a wider expanse of space. Let's bring our arms down and then bring our arms out to the side. Now let's reach towards our right with that right hand. So maybe the left side body gets a little bit of a rebound, and then we'll just reach over to the left. Yep. And then over to the right. Yeah. And then over to the left. And now let's bring ourselves back to the middle. Bring the left arm down to face the ground, the right arm up. So notice the expanse across the chest and the shoulders. And now let's just switch. So the right arm comes down, the left arm comes up. And then we'll tick-tock through again. Can you move at your own pace? You can go quickly or slowly, but giving that awareness to the shoulders. Breathing. Really nice job, guys. Now one more time, each hand down. One more time. And then bring both arms to up, like our cactus. And then bring the arms out, palms to the sky. Now let's point the toes to the corners of the mat, so the heels come in. And now bend the knees, we'll drop into our goddess squat. Yes. And now we'll exhale to hinge over to the right arm coming down, and the left arm reaching to sky. Now with that left arm, maybe it goes over the ear, or if you want, it can go out to the side, or palm to the sky. So move that arm in a way that's going to support how you want to feel in your shoulders. And then we'll exhale. Let's bring our legs straight, arms out like a T again. Let's bring the palms down to the earth this time. Good, guys. Now bend the knees, coming into our goddess squat, and then we'll tick-tock over to the left. The right arm up towards the sky, it can be across the ear, or any variation with that right palm. A lot of strength in the side body, guys. We'll exhale to bring the arms back out like a T. And now keep those knees bent. One more breath, bent legs. And let's straighten the legs. Yeah, bring our hands to our hips. Pivot the feet towards the front. Now ground into the left foot by bending the knee and stepping into the left foot, but bring that right knee up if you can. Yes. So that right knee is off the ground, the right foot's off the ground. And now lower with control, the right foot to the floor. And now let's open the knee out to the side. And maybe we bring the foot to the calf this time, or up towards the thigh. And let's find some balance. If you want to grow your arms, bring your arms out in any direction. Really nice, guys. Allow this to be grounding. Maybe it's invigorating. Let's bring our knee to the front. Keep that knee in the front, guys. We're going to hinge forward, and then we'll extend that leg behind us. Maybe this is a Virabhadrasana 3. That left leg grounding and strong. Breathe in. Breathe out and bend the left knee. As you bend that left knee, let's drop the right foot to the ground. And the ball of the foot comes down. And then we lift the chest, and maybe the right heel comes down, but for sure the right ball of the foot. And bend that knee, and we're in a lunge now. Breathe in. And now gently, let's lower that knee down. Down to the earth. Top of the foot to the floor. And now let's bring the hands to the thigh and just bow over that left thigh, bringing chin to the chest. Or maybe hands to the floor, but coming down to a little bit of a surrender. Here we go. So if you got kicked off and you're back on. We're in a low lunge, right knee down, left knee bent, and we're surrendering over that front leg, chest to the thigh. Good. Breathe in. Let's sweep that left foot back, guys, and maybe come into a nestled child's pose, or maybe a puppy pose. Dropping down. May I be filled with loving kindness. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in. Exhale, let the breath leave the body, every little bit of it as if you're blowing through a straw or maybe a sigh. And now deep inhale, glancing up at the hands. Let's plant the hands, rock to the knees. Let's find a downward facing dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Letting yourself ground into the hands and ground into the feet. And then keeping in line with this idea of the pendulum. Maybe you keep your knees straight or your legs straight. Maybe you want to drop those knees to the floor and then straighten the legs. You can do that quickly or slowly or not at all. We'll be here just for a few more breaths. Whatever is going to be what you need. Allowing this to be the practice that's supporting you for your day, for your life, for this moment right here. This moment right here. And now let's straighten the legs if you are dropping them down. Inhale to glance up at the hands. We'll step the right foot forward. Come onto the ball of that left foot. And then we'll rise up. Our lunge, breathe in. And then step it forward to that mountain pose again. Maybe hands to the heart. Maybe opening the eyes up wide and closing the eyes gently, and then opening the eyes with awareness, softening our gaze. And let's inhale to bring that left knee up as we ground the right foot. Yes, maybe you extend the leg. Maybe you roll the ankle and knees bent. Let's exhale to hinge at the waist. Send that leg back. Any variation with the chest, it might be parallel with the ground, maybe it's at an angle, maybe finding today's expression of warrior 3. Breathe in and out. In and out. Now exhale to bend that right knee just a little bit. And as you bend the right knee, the left leg kind of flutters to the ground. The ball, the left foot to the floor, maybe the heel too, but we'll come into that high lunge. Breathe in. And then we'll slowly exhale, lowering down that left knee to the earth. Top of the foot to the floor. Bring our hands to the top of the thigh, and we'll surrender and bring the heart parallel with that right thigh. We can soften our gaze. Breathe in and out. One more breath. Exhale, floating the hands to frame the foot. Let's bring the right foot back. And let's come into downward facing dog, sending the left leg back. Floating the hips up. Planting the feet. Finding some roots through the fingers and roots through the feet. Exhale. Maybe chin to the chest, gazing towards the mid-stomach. Breathe out and in. And out. In. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath in. And then let's exhale, walk our feet towards the front of the mat. Slowly walking the feet forward. Meeting in a forward fold. Let's bring our hands behind the back, maybe into clasped hands, or maybe you have your hands on your hips. Bring the shoulder blades together, kind of pinching them together. If the arms are or the hands are clasped, your shoulder blades are going to be together. If your hands are on your hips, try to bring those shoulder blades to almost touch. They won't, but kind of bring them together. Bend the knees a lot or a little, and we'll begin to lift the chest over the hips and stand tall. Exhale, we'll ground the right foot, bend the left knee, we'll come into that tree pose on the other side. That full tree. Maybe it's ant-like. Maybe it's a Berkshire tree. Soften the gaze, see if you can soften the sole of the right foot. One more breath. Now let's bring the left knee into the middle and lower the left foot. Arms come above the head again. Yeah, nice guys. Inhale. Exhale, arms come out like a cactus. Kind of shoulders maybe in line with elbows. Or you can bring the elbows down like a W. Let's step our feet wide again. Taking up a little bit wider of a stance. So our energy is, again, kind of more expansive here than when our feet are together. Now this time, we're just going to hinge forward, coming into a wide-legged forward fold, but let's go halfway. So the heart parallel with the floor. Arms are out like a T. Feel the effort in the arms and the shoulder blades to keep these arms in this shape. Now let's release the arms towards the shins or the ankles. Maybe bring that heart to shine between the knees. The heart or the head is more parallel with the ground than before, maybe. And now plant the hands underneath the head, underneath the heart. Let's lift the head and the heart, maybe to kind of halfway, whatever's going to feel comfortable, to lean over to the right. And then lower that left knee underneath the left hip. And then walk that right leg out. So we kind of set up for a gate pose as we lift the chest over the shoulders. So right leg's out, the left knee's grounded. Yes. And let's bring the arms up overhead. Let's bring them into that Y shape. If you want, you can stay here and exhale over to the left and reach the right arm overhead. If you want, you can do the YMCA instead. Either way, guys. Maybe feel some expanse across the right side body. Let's inhale to bring arms over shoulders now. Find the Y in the arms. And let's exhale over to the right, but keep the right arm parallel with the ground. Press the right foot into the floor as much as you can, the left arm up. And then drape it over the head. And now bring the right hand to clasp the left hand. Yeah. And then bring the shoulders over the hips. The arms are above the head like they're holding a sun or a beach ball. And let's let the arms separate. And maybe feel a little bit of expansion in the arms. Bring them out like a T. And now let's bring them back together. As you move the hands together, spread the fingers apart and feel them pass through the air. It's like moving through a silk fabric. Bring the hands to interlace. Just gently. Yeah. And now let's exhale over to the left. The hands are still coming together. And when you get over to that side bend, release the left arm and reach the right arm to sky. See if you can soften the neck, maybe glancing towards the left hand or the right hand. And now back to the middle. Exhale, release the hands down to the thighs. Bring the right knee in. And then step the left foot out to the side. And do a different variation with the arms here on this side. We're going to bring them out like a T first and give ourselves that Y shape coming into our Ardha Malasana. Or if you want, you can do that YMCA with the arms, opening the shoulders. So whether you YMCA or whether you fold over, be completely present. Feel the breath in the body. And now we'll exhale back up to gate, but drop the left hand onto that left thigh this time. But our right hand, let's bring it to the right hip and bring the right shoulder back. Maybe notice the chest. Let's inhale to bring the left arm up overhead and the right arm comes to meet it. Exhale, bring both hands to the hips now. And then reach the right arm to the side and then bring that right hand to the ground or block the left hand on the hip this time. Send the left shoulder back. Right arm down. Soften the gaze, soften the cheeks, maybe soften the tongue. When you're ready, bring the shoulders back over the hips. Yeah. Bring the hands down, bring the knees to meet, and then you can orient yourself towards the front of your mat, but drop the hips back, and let's come into a nestled little child's pose. Or maybe you want to come into your puppy pose. Really reach those sits bones towards the heel if you're in child's pose, or reach the sits bones to the sky if you're in puppy. See if that low back can lengthen just a little bit. One more breath in. And now let's exhale to lift the head. Glance at the hands, walk the hands towards the knees. Let's come to a seated position. In a seated position, we're going to do a little bit of pranayama here, guys. Let's bring our hands to the thighs or to the knees. Soften the gaze and bring our awareness to the tip of the nose. Let's feel the soles of the feet that grounded us from sapling to tree. Those hips that hinged us forward and back. The side body, the front body, the back body. A little chamber around the lungs and the heart. Maybe notice the breath pass through the throat as you breathe in and out. Now let's bring a 4-count inhale and exhale to our space. So our next inhale, let's breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now let's bring our alternate nostril breathing to our next few breaths. So the thumb is on that right nostril and the ring finger is on the left. And the middle and the index can be on that third eye point, or you can tuck it in. Let's just breathe normally, both nostrils open, breathing in and out. Now let's close the right, inhale on the left for 1, 2, 3, 4. Close left, exhale out the right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in on the right for 1, 2, 3, 4. Close right, exhale left, 4, 3. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close right, exhale left. Inhale left. Close left, exhale right. Inhale right. Close right exhale. Place your hand in your lap. Let your breath come and go naturally. You can stay seated for as long as you like. Whenever you're ready, make your way to Shavasana. As you come to Shavasana, relax the back of the body, the front of the body, the right side and the left side, the arms, the cheeks, the throat, the nose, the back of the neck, and drop into loving kindness. Maybe visualize your physical heart. And we'll just soften it bit by bit as if it were a clock. Soften your heart at 1 o'clock. Move that hand and feel your heart soften at 2 o'clock. Soften at 3 o'clock, 3:30, and 4 o'clock. Let go of any worries or fears. Relax 5 o'clock. And 6. And 7. And 8. And 9 o'clock, filling with loving kindness your entire heart. Relax at 10 o'clock. 11 o'clock. And 12 o'clock. Relaxing your heart. If your mind wanders, you can go around the clock again, relaxing your heart. Now let's visualize ourselves, beginning with the heart. Expanding out to visualize our entire being. And let's say to ourselves, may I be filled with loving kindness. May I be safe from inner and outer dangers. May I be happy. May I be loved. Now visualizing someone that you love and care about. Visualize their heart and expanding outward to include their entire being. And say to that person, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you be safe from inner and outer dangers. May you be happy. May you be loved. Now visualizing the heart of someone that you know in passing. Expand that visualization to include their entire being. Say to that person, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you be free from inner and outer dangers. May you be happy. May you be loved. And now visualizing someone. Maybe the relationship with them takes a little more effort or requires a little more patience or compassion. See them from the inside out and say to that person, may you be filled with loving kindness. May you be safe from inner and outer dangers. May you be happy. May you be loved. Allow yourself to rest in this sphere, this energy of loving kindness. You're welcome to remain in Shavasana. If you want, you can come to seated. You can close seated or you can close lying down. We have a few more minutes, so there's no rush. Imagine loving kindness expanding so far beyond your energy that there's no telling where it ends. Let's bring awareness to our breath. Let's exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.